Hello, I'm Disgruntled Danny. Welcome to episode 2 of Woke Watch. There's a story that's been going around on social media for about a week, and I've tried to ignore it, but the temptation has become too great, and this is me sticking my oar in. It concerns a British influencer, and if you're not familiar with the term influencer, first of all, they all act woke as fuck. Every one of their posts is hashtag whatever's in the news and will make them seem caring and popular. But despite that, all influencers are vile narcissists who amass thousands of followers despite having no discernible talent. Female influencers post endless photographs of them usually wearing nothing but their underwear or a bikini. Often they've got OnlyFans accounts, but they haven't yet made the leap over to hardcore pornography. Whereas male influencers, they tend to be good-looking chaps, albeit mentally retarded, posting non-stop selfies because they're blissfully aware their mobile phone has a camera that can take pictures of things other than them. The influencer in question goes by the name Ollie London, a name that's so obviously made up, it makes me want to punch him until I pass out. But Ollie has been incredibly brave because he, or rather they, has jumped on the woke bandwagon and come out as gender non-binary. Now, of course, there are real conditions like gender dysphoria where a person has effectively been born with the wrong body and requires corrective surgery. And if anyone watching this video that applies to you, then I wish you the very best on your journey. But in my experience, most people who identify as non-binary are either screaming attention seekers, desperate to play the victim, or they're living with an undiagnosed mental health problem, or more often than not, a bit of both. But Ollie has the pronouns they, them, and Korean because they are also transracial. Yep, transracial. Identifying as a race other than your own. That is apparently a thing. Korean isn't a pronoun. It's a nationality. The only people who can say they're Korean are either from Korea or their ancestors are. But Ollie says they now are Korean, to which I would suggest belt up, shithead, and check your passport. Because if I walk around telling people my pronouns are he, him, and English, they think I was fucking mental. But in order to understand just how unhinged Ollie is, well, they are married to a cardboard cutout of the Korean K-pop star Jimin. No, me neither. And they've spent an eye-watering £110,000, that's 150,000 US dollars, on plastic surgery to transition from British, as they put it, to Korean. So, for the price of a second-hand yacht, helicopter, or a good Lamborghini, this is the result. They look, this pronoun bollocks is fucking exhausting. Sod it, he's a he, he's male. He looks like a white bloke who's been in a fight. Can someone please explain to me how that isn't racist? A white guy saying that he's Asian. Because it's no different than me saying I identify as being Chinese. And when the phone rings, I answer it, "Oh, hello, you want special fried rice, number 47? Or saying I identify as black, getting out the Kiwi boot polish and giving all that shit. I'd be fucking arrested." Predictably, the wokest people on the internet took to Twitter from their designated safe spaces to tell Ollie they are so brave, they are so courageous, they are an inspiration. However, Mr. or Mrs. London received a hell of a backlash from actual Koreans. That's because race and nationality are two separate things. I'm white and I'm English, but there are people who are black, brown, yellow, whatever, who are just as English as I am. And I know moronic white supremacists will say, well, they can't be because their families came here from other countries, but so did mine. My family spent hundreds of years slaughtering their way around Scandinavia. They settled for 2 centuries in Holland and then moved over here in the 1740s. Nationality is about values, identity, culture, traditions, history. It's not having surgery to make your eyes a slightly different shape, no matter how bloody woke you are. And I don't normally buy into the idea of cultural appropriation, the idea that by borrowing from another culture, you are stealing from it. But that's exactly what this idiotic influencer is doing. And to make matters worse, they then decided that the Korean flag needed a makeover and posted this on social media saying the new Korean flag is more inclusive to non-binary people. They have no idea how arrogant and insulting they're being to the Korean people. They may as well have posted this. That's the end of the video, the end of Woke Watch episode 2. If you got this far, thank you very much for watching.